How can you compare the likelihood of events? Once we know where that falls on the spectrum, understand that closer to 0 is impossible, closer to 100 or 1 is certain, we can start comparing data. So we're going to look at a set of data, and we're going to compare the part to total ratios of values. So here's our example. We need to add a number in here. So an after-school program offers tutoring for various subjects. During the last month, the teacher recorded the number of students who participated in tutoring in each subject. So A says blank times as many students were tutored in science than in history. So we're looking at science versus history. Science has 45. History has 15. So what is our side-to-side relationship on this? We can set it up as a ratio and say science to history. And if we divide those, we get a 3. So then science was 3 times as many students as history. So 3. B says blank percent of the students were tutored in science and blank percent were tutored in history. Now we have to look at that part to total. So if we have science, science is, let me change colors here. Science is 45 out of our total of 150. Now to get a percent, I need to simplify that down or divide it, but I'm going to try simplifying it. I'm going to reduce this by 15, and I'm going to reduce this by 15 and get 3/10. And 3/10 is the same thing as saying 30%. So 30% of the students were tutored in science. Let's look at history. History has 15 out of 150. That's at part to total. So part out of the total, and I can simplify that by 15 for sure. That's a 1. Simplify that by 15 and get 10. So that's going to be 10%. 10% were tutored in history. So we have another comparison here. The total number of students is 150. Total number of students, 150. Tutored were almost blank times as many the number of students tutored in English. And in English, we have 49 students tutored. So if I set that up as a ratio of English students and total students, it is 3 times the number of students from English, from the 49 to the 150. Almost. So it's not exact, just almost.